inflation at Harvard, grade inflation at Harvard, and Yale, 80% of students get A. Yeah, that's too high for an elite university. I'm sorry. Like, I know your students are all elite, even though say 20% are just side door entrances, and the others are made up of an amalgamation of people who aren't necessarily all elite because of the scandal from the Asian American thing. We're gonna assume we'll say 30% aren't actually elite. They're good students, but they're not good enough to get into Harvard without a little diversity help, we'll say. And then we'll say at the remaining 50% are the actual elite students. 80% of your student body getting, by the way, those numbers, I just broad stroke those numbers I just mentioned right there. 80% of your student body getting A's is ridiculously high because you're an elite university. The number of people getting A's should always be a small number, even if you are literally dealing with the most uber smart, craziest smart students in your kind of student body. There is no way they are all going to be getting A's. Sorry about that. I had to answer a phone call. But yeah, as I was saying, Harvard, Yale, probably other Ivy League schools. This number is too high, guys. And this was reported in 2023. Now, way too high. Definitely great inflation right there. And yeah, I guess there's a graph showing the trends. So I guess the Harvard Crimson tried to kind of explain this better. But these guys don't really care. They're not protecting Harvard in the same way. And I mean, I guess on Quora, which we will take with a grain of salt, obviously, because I'm not going to say they're right or wrong, because I don't know. But this individual graduated in 2023. According to them, they mentioned that great inflation is a thing. And the case in point, I took economics as my freshman for first midterm, went horribly. 100 out of 130? How's that horrible? Wait, what? My first exam went terribly. 100 out of... I assume that's 100 marks out of 130 in total. So, how is that bad? And they said second year went 113 over 100. Okay, I think they meant 130 there. But this would make sense otherwise. Which is still really good. So I'm not sure why 100 over 1. Because that's... You're only 30 points off. So that's almost... That's like 70%. Right? I mean, I don't know. I might be saying that wrong. 70, 75%. And then in their final one, they did 114. And they claimed that the final was 140 was the best. Fair enough, but the difference between 110 and 100 and 114 is like 14 points. Like, okay. Out of the 100 is good, but apparently it's horrible. Maybe this person was too smart and expected better. Fair enough. Test combined 70% coursework. Remaining 25 was accounted for. What? Of the remaining 25 unaccounted for, I earned 23% of those points. Okay. There's no way I should have received anything higher than a B. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so based on all this, they should have gotten a B. But apparently they, on my numerical grade, 85%. Yeah, 85% would be a solid B, basically. It's not even a B. B plus would be like 88%, wouldn't it? But the class was graded on rank, not performance. God damn it. I don't know what that means. I don't like it already. And if you scored in the top 50% of the class, you received an A. Jesus Christ, are you mad? What? Harvard, what in God's name are you doing? Jesus, like, again, this is why I raise those questions, guys. Is Harvard actually an elite university? Because top 50% you get an A? Top 50%? 50% is a fail. Okay? For an elite university, 50% should be like what? Because it should be what? A is 90 plus, B is 80 plus, C is 70 plus, or 70 to 80, D is 60 to 70, E would be 50 to 60, and then F would be anything below 50, basically. Yeah, 50% would be basically fail. E is not exactly a pass. We're not exactly going to be celebrating an E, right, if we're being legit about this. So 50%, but this is what I was saying, like, this is ridiculous. Like, are they actually elite? That's the only question I need answers, man. Because I'm based on the information. Granted, this is Quora. I'm not going to say this is the gospel truth, but let's assume there's a grain of truth in this, because they might be right. That's silly. by the hair of my chin, I managed to score in the top 50% of class, earning an A minus. So I would love to say I deserved that A because of my performance, but I didn't. I only earned it comparatively. Yeah, I'll give you the real world example of how the great inflation is. It exists. It's the elephant in the room. Harvard students are effectively thank you for it. We just hate to admit we are. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. I don't think anyone else answered the question I asked. Ooh, let's see. Okay, they're talking about things. So yeah, that's another one. Check the Quora thing, and